In the stark confines of the max security prison, Jordan Cole steps into a world stripped of hope, each metallic clang of the closing doors an ominous reminder of his new reality. The atmosphere is thick with despair, wrapping around him like an unwanted shroud. As he undergoes the dehumanizing processing, detailed descriptions of his bleak cell haunt him, echoing the echoes of laughter from family gatherings now rendered unreachable. Each day, he observes inmates forming alliances around him, while ephemeral glimmers of friendship flicker in conversations with Marcus, a fellow prisoner whose charm belies an unspoken rivalry. In hushed corners of the yard, Jordan's mind drifts into nostalgia, clashing vivid recollections of freedom against the grim backdrop of bars and concrete, intensifying the emotional pull of loss as he grapples with his shattered past, amidst a life where hope is a fragile whisper. As Jordan navigates the complexities of prison life, he finds himself drawn into the vibrant yet perilous dynamics among inmates. Marcus, with his magnetic charisma, becomes his unlikely confidant. Their conversations, laced with humor and underlying tension, expose the stark realities of survival behind bars. Jordan witnesses cliques forming around him, each laden with unspoken rules and alliances, and he begins to understand the intricate balance between trust and betrayal. As he learns the art of navigating friendships in this confined environment, the fear of rivalry looms large. Yet, with each exchange, he recognizes the glimmer of camaraderie, even within a place designed to isolate. Amidst the tightening bonds, Jordan grapples with the constant reminder that survival in this world often hinges on fleeting connections and understanding the true motives of those around him, marking a turning point in his adaptation to this harsh reality. As Jordan navigates his newfound connections, he finds a quiet corner in the prison yard, a rare space to reflect amidst the cacophony of confinement. Gazing at the towering walls, memories of family gatherings pierce through his present reality, each vivid recollection filled with laughter and warmth. These cherished moments stand in stark contrast to the suffocating atmosphere surrounding him, amplifying his sense of loss. The laughter of loved ones intertwines with the chilling silence of the yard, reinforcing his yearning for freedom. Jordan feels the weight of his choices pressing heavily upon him, a painful reminder of what he has lost. In this moment of introspection, he resolves to channel his anguish into a quest for redemption, determined not to let despair consume him entirely. His reflections become a catalyst for a flicker of hope, igniting the spark for what lies ahead. With a sense of renewed purpose coursing through him, Jordan shifts his focus from despair to action. As he moves through the prison's austere halls, a plan begins to take shape in his mind, ignited by the stories shared among fellow inmates. Conversations with Marcus open his eyes to the possibility of reaching out for help, igniting a fire within him. He meticulously starts gathering information that could aid his fight for justice, piecing together a defense that might prove his innocence. The prospect of contacting a pro bono lawyer fills him with a sense of agency he thought lost forever. Each whispered conversation in the dim light of the common area fuels his determination to reclaim his former life, a life intertwined with family and hope. Jordan realizes that this is not just about survival, but a profound battle for his freedom, one he's ready to confront with unwavering resolve. As the day melds into night, Jordan can't escape the relentless turmoil that grips his mind. The weight of his anxiety manifests in vivid nightmares, each one drawing him deeper into a labyrinth of guilt and dread. He shares his fears with Marcus, seeking solace in his words, though the companionship does little to quell the storm raging within. These haunting visions reflect not only his regrets about the crime, but also a gnawing uncertainty about what the future holds. Each glimpse into this dark abyss reveals a toll on his mental state, amplifying his sense of isolation. Yet amidst the chaos of his thoughts, a small flicker of resolve begins to awaken, an intention to confront these fears rather than let them envelop him. The struggle within ignites an urgency for change that propels him toward an uncertain yet hopeful path forward. In this pivotal moment, Jordan forges a deep connection with Darnell, a seasoned inmate who offers mentorship in the confines of their harsh reality. Their discussions blend tales of survival with invaluable wisdom, emphasizing resilience in the face of adversity. Darnell's stories breathe life into Jordan's flickering hope, illuminating pathways toward understanding the complexities of life behind bars. Each conversation unveils a shared brotherhood bound by experience, echoing the essential human need for connection, even in the bleakest surroundings. As they navigate the intricacies of their situation, Jordan begins to see the light beyond his prison walls, a vision of freedom that is not merely an escape, but a reclaiming of his identity. These bonds, fragile yet profound, become a source of strength, nurturing Jordan's growing conviction that hope can blossom even in the most unlikely places. In the midst of confinement, Jordan uncovers an unexpected refuge in writing. He turns to a makeshift diary, finding solace in the act of pouring his unspoken thoughts onto the page. Each entry transforms his vulnerability into strength, capturing his innermost feelings and dreams that linger just out of reach. As he ventures into poetry, the rhythmic flow becomes an escape, a glimpse of beauty amidst the oppressive surroundings that suffocate him. These poems breathe life into his experience, highlighting moments of longing and resilience, allowing him to express the inexpressible. Writing becomes more than just an outlet. It's a lifeline that connects him to the world beyond bars, a powerful reminder that even in isolation, the essence of his spirit can thrive. Through this creative journey, Jordan embarks on a path of self-discovery, igniting hope and determination that he thought had waned. As the echoes of tragedy reverberate through the prison walls, an unsettling realization washes over Jordan. The death of an inmate he had conversed with not only shatters his sense of safety, but compels him to deeply examine the choices that led to his own incarceration. In hushed moments of reflection, he grapples with the weight of remorse, pondering the life he once knew and the mistakes that have brought him here. This unexpected loss sharpens his awareness of mortality and the preciousness of second chances. With each introspective thought, Jordan feels a clarion call for redemption resonating within him. Determined to navigate a path toward personal growth amidst the bleakness, he resolves to transform his regret into motivation. The journey ahead looms daunting, yet he finds a glimmer of strength to ignite change, marking the beginning of a quest for reconciliation with his past and hope for a brighter future. In the wake of his emotional turmoil, Jordan's resolve becomes evident as he reaches out for legal assistance. Crafting a letter to a pro bono lawyer, he painstakingly details his story, hoping to untangle the web of injustice ensnaring him. Yet, as he delves deeper, he finds himself increasingly enveloped in the labyrinthine complexities of the legal system. Regulations, procedures, and bureaucratic hurdles loom large, igniting a mix of frustration and helplessness within him. Each revelation stings, revealing how easily hope can be eclipsed by the relentless grind of legislation. Amidst this daunting landscape, Jordan grapples with questions of timing and strategy, weighing his urgency against the oppressive weight of institutional inertia. As the reality sets in, he comes to understand that this legal fight will demand more than just determination. It requires patience and a strategic mind, not just for his freedom, but for the very essence of justice itself. As Jordan grapples with the complexities of his newfound life, the atmosphere grows heavy with distrust when whispers of betrayal circulate. Long-sought alliances strain under the weight of revealed secrets, forcing Jordan to navigate fraught relationships shaped by fear and ambition. The fragile bonds he once relied on begin to crumble, leaving him questioning his judgment and the motives of those around him. As tensions rise, he reflects on the stark reality of survival in this environment, acknowledging that safety often comes at a cost. In the midst of turmoil, he develops a hardened resolve, recognizing that understanding human nature can be both a weapon and a shield. The unpredictable dynamics that define prison life thrust him into a deeper understanding of vulnerability. Caught between chaos and clarity, Jordan's journey of self-discovery intensifies amidst the relentless challenges he faces. With each lesson learned, he becomes more prepared to confront the path ahead. With a glimmer of hope igniting in his heart, Jordan stands at a crossroads, following his crucial meeting with the lawyer. The news of a potential appeal revitalizes his spirit, infusing him with a newfound determination that feels almost tangible. Conversations with Marcus and Darnell shift, transitioning from survival strategies to discussions filled with a palpable optimism for the future. In the common area, Jordan begins to share his vision with fellow inmates, outlining what freedom could truly mean for each of them. Their responses, a mix of skepticism and budding enthusiasm, mirror his own internal struggle between despair and hope. He realizes this moment is not merely about his fight for innocence, but a collective journey toward possibility. As the weight of confinement seems to lessen, Jordan embraces the idea that even in the darkest places, the flicker of hope can illuminate paths toward freedom, community, and a chance at redemption. As the tension ratchets up within the prison walls, Jordan finds himself confronted with a grim reality. Overcrowding and desperation fuel conflicts among inmates, and the atmosphere grows increasingly volatile. Navigating through a maze of shifting alliances and simmering anger, he understands that survival now requires more than mere physical endurance. It demands a confrontation with his own fears and values. Each day becomes a balancing act between self-preservation and the ethical dilemma of how far he is willing to go to protect himself. Jordan grapples with the notion that in an environment stripped of basic humanity, the line between right and wrong blurs. Yet, in confronting these trials, he learns more about his own resilience and capacity for empathy. The stakes have never been higher, and the choices he makes could define not only his fate, but also his understanding of what it truly means to survive. As Jordan hunches over the worn table in his cell, he clutches a letter from his sister, the ink barely dry but packed with emotions. Her words resonate deeply, reminding him of a world filled with laughter and love, yet tinged with the ache of absence. This connection, crafted through her heartfelt expressions, rekindles his desire to reclaim not just his freedom, but to bridge the gap formed by his imprisonment. Memories of family gatherings flood his mind as he reads on, stirring a mix of nostalgia and determination. The nightly chaos of the prison fades into the background, replaced by visions of reunions and shared stories. Each line reinforces his resolve to emerge from this darkness, igniting a fire within him to fight, not just for his own sake, but for the family that believes in him. With his heart racing, he lets the hope in the letter guide his next steps toward freedom. The palpable tension within the prison escalates dramatically as a violent incident erupts, shaking Jordan to his core. In the aftermath, he stands amidst chaos, grappling with the stark reality of the brutality that can unfold in an instant. The visceral experience forces him to confront his long-held views on humanity, igniting a surging conflict within him about the very essence of justice. Surrounded by the harsh sounds of despair, he questions whether survival justifies the means and what it truly means to seek redemption in a place where violence reigns. This confrontation with the rawness of human nature compels Jordan to reconsider his ambitions as he feels the weight of despair creeping back in. Yet within this turmoil lies an opportunity to redefine his understanding of hope and resilience. His journey continues on a perilous yet transformative path, challenging him to emerge stronger in the face of adversity. In the aftermath of chaos, Jordan begins to perceive the weight of his surroundings transforming. Inspired by a newfound clarity, he gathers fellow inmates, envisioning a collective initiative for prison reform, a movement born from shared experiences. Conversations shift from mere survival to a shared mission, amplifying their voices in a system designed to silence them. With each discussion, the atmosphere electrifies. Hope invigorates their spirits. Jordan becomes the catalyst, igniting a drive for change that transcends personal battles. No longer just a solitary figure seeking redemption, he embraces the responsibility of leading others toward liberation. As he rallies his peers, a powerful sense of agency takes root among them, inspiring commitment to a cause that could alter their destinies. This journey marks a profound transformation from despair to empowerment, signaling a pivotal moment for both Jordan and the collective as they step forward toward justice and humanity.